Good afternoon, folks. This is Hunter Jackson again with Giant Recreation World, Winter Garden, Florida, and look what we have again. Today we're going to be taking a look at an all-new floor plan by Coachmen Apex. This is the 2026 Coachmen Apex 181RB, RB standing for rear bath, but this could probably be another bar V floor plan if you know what I mean. So without further ado, super excited to show this one to you. It's loaded with features, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, I'm super excited to go ahead and show you this RV today, but before I do, I've got a couple little things I want to jump in with. This particular unit sitting in behind me has an MSRP of about $42,000, however, a massive discount that I'm going to include a link in the description down below. And then this RV also, with all the options, is sitting at about 3,400 pounds dry and is 21.5 feet tip to tail, so very, very towable. All right, that's all I got. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alrighty folks, and just like normal, let's get rocking and rolling on the front end on the 2026 Coachmen Apex 181RB. Check this thing out. This is pretty sweet, and this is their Nano off-grid with their off-grid package on it. Now that off-grid package starts here in the front. We're gonna have two 20-pound LP tanks instead of just one. And then in the very front here, you can see we do have a manual leveling jack. Not a huge deal on a unit of this size. It's fairly lightweight. You can crank it up and down even with your weight and sway kit. However, we'll get into the exact specifications here in a second. Last couple of things that I want to point out here on the front end is going to be this automotive grade windshield up here. Now this is an excellent way to get some extra views and make the space seem bigger, especially on a short trailer like this. And then they've also included these two LED light strips here at the bottom, sharpening up the look when you're at night here in the campground. Now moving over to the side here, talking about our sidewall construction, one of the reasons that Coachmen Apex is one of my favorite brands is that they're gonna do aluminum framing in your sidewalls, fairly consistent for a fiberglass coach, but they also carry it over through the roof trussing, and they've got some in the floor joist down there. So really big deal. Another brand that does something like this is going to be a Flagstaff by Forest River as well. But as we move down the side of the coach, the number one reason somebody would make the purchase is going to be this exterior bar setup, very similar to the 242 bar V that I had filmed probably 6 months ago or so. We do have a nice size TV out here, and it's actually an Insignia brand, not a super cheap TV. Got a good spot to set some drinks down. Actually, you've probably got enough rigidity. You could even put an electric grill or something of that nature out here. They have included a couple more things. We've got a bottle opener, extra storage, power USB A, USB C, and our 110 ports, and then a secondary shelf down here below. Got a little bit sidetracked, but I do want to share two more things about our wall construction, and that's going to be our double layer of Asdel on the outside and the inside, preventing 99.9% of your water intrusion or DLAM type of issues, as well as we've got an 1.5 inch thick sidewall. We do have a nice large AC on here, plenty of cooling power to be able to retain your cool inside here in Florida. Now here off the back, you can see this little bar. That's for your exterior grill. And my guess would be, yep, we've got an LP Quick Connect conveniently located here at the rear of the coach to plug into that grill, but you could also do an exterior smokeless fireplace. Moving back a little bit, you can see we do have an awning that goes all the way across with another nice LED strip illuminating your campsite area right in this range. As we move our way around the back of the coach though, really like seeing this. We didn't talk about it up front because I knew that our spare was also a Goodyear Wrangler tire. So 3 Goodyear tires on this particular unit. That could be an option that we put on from factory, however. Down below, we've got a 4-inch steel bumper, AKA your stinky slinky holder. And then moving you up, we have a Furrion backup camera prep here Really wish that I had seen some Lippert ladder prep here in the rear as well. Manufacturers are moving away from giving you the ability to get up on the top of your coach. Don't agree with it, but it doesn't mean that we can't put a ladder prep back here at the dealership. As we work our way towards the business end of the coach, however, we do have an on-demand Fagatti hot water heater, so unlimited hot showers as long as you have water. We've got a hot-cold outside shower. This is going to be our black tank flush. Excellent feature to have to make sure you don't have any residue on the inside of your toilet tank. City water connection located right next to that, so you know I like that. You bring one water hose in, you split it with a brass splitter at the very end and two short hoses. Just makes it a little bit more convenient as far as the amount of storage and hoses that are taking up your storage. Moving down a little bit, this is going to be a 30 amp coach with one AC. We do have 400 watts of solar on board. That's another portion of that off-grid package. And then one easy located or conveniently located sewer exit with your gray handle over on the left-hand side, black handle on the right-hand side. And while we're down here, we do have 4 stab jacks, so 2 in the front, 2 in the back, for a total of 7 contact points, including the 2 tires and that front tongue jack. Backing it off a little bit and continuing to move our way down. We'll be very brief with this. This is going to be the exit for our furnace on board. We've got a nice window sitting right behind where our kitchen sink area is. We've got a window here and another on the other side for that nice cross breeze where our bed is located. And then as we get up towards the front here, let me work my way around this tree. This is where you would fill up your water if you wanted to bring it with you on your onboard tank. And then finally, we've got excellent pass-through storage. I think I forgot to show this right as I came in on the first time, but this is our pass-through storage area. Very, very adequate, especially again for a trailer this size. This particular unit with options is sitting at about 3,400 pounds dry, 21.5 feet tip to tail. Very, very easy to tow for almost every vehicle out there, SUV and truck wise. Couple of changes they made though here in 2026. We are now including Starlink prep. Very neat. Shout out Elon Musk, I guess. And then we do have our 110 power ports located here on the side as well. That's a nice feature to have. Let me go ahead and back it off though real quick and get you one more look at the 2026 Coachmen Apex 181RB. All right, and working our way inside, getting your first looks at the 181RB. Check this out. Firstly, they're including doormats now here in 26. Nice touch, Coachmen. Secondly, I apologize for any dust that you may see on the ground. I actually started filming this review prior to my detail team having a chance to come through and clean it up, but that's all right. It'll show just the same. Right as we walk in the door, working our way from the front towards the back, this is going to be a 60 by 80 queen size bed. Very comfortable for 2 adults. You can see we've got our window up in the front that does have a roller shade that will pull down and fully black out that window. Like I said before, we've got a window on the left-hand side and a window on the right-hand side. Both of them will open, giving you that nice cross breeze. However, on this particular unit, we have the Stargazer package, which is a really, really cool feature to have. This is a giant window up above here. I've got it cracked open already, so you get some nice airflow going on. Over on the left-hand side, we've got our night shade. And then moving over to the right-hand side, this is going to be where our day shade is located. Moving you down and towards our storage area, we've got 2 cabinets up top, 2 hanging storage areas on bottom. And actually, you do get quite a bit of space in here. This shelf is removable. They've got the bar already in there for the top portion. And then up above, I like that both of these cabinets open towards the person that's going to be opening them. And like I've mentioned a couple times, they keep making these deeper and deeper, which I really appreciate. Lots of storage up here in the front of the coach. And then backing you off, talking about a couple power related items. On each side of the bed here, we're gonna have a power USB A, USB C, our 110 ports, and that's consistent for the left-hand side of the bed as well. And some additional storage actually underneath this bed portion. Now I think I'd bring it up every single time I open one of these with my knees. That's one of the first things I'd be doing, is adding struts into this bed. It just make getting out pillows and blankets that much easier. Spinning you around, working towards our kitchen area. Very adequate kitchen. Apologize for the gloves left up here. Very adequate kitchen though. Really like the size of the sink they put in this one. Sometimes you'll see a little bit smaller sinks. This is actually a nice deep stainless steel sink with our sprayer up above here. No drink sprayer, kind of strange. A lot of times they're including those these days, but I guess Apex realized that a lot of people aren't using that potentially. Moving you up above, again, lots of storage compartments on each side, and they do have this glass see-through material, but it is tinted. You've got your red goodie bag for anybody lucky enough to take this one home. And then moving you down below here, we do have another bottle opener right next to the sink, 2 drawers that pull all the way out. These are great sized drawers, a little on the shallow end, but as far as the length, very, very nice. Same thing with the drawer down below, absolutely identical. And then the very bottom storage compartment is going to be a cabinet door for maybe a small air fryer or coffee pot. This would be a good place to store it while you're in transit. And we're going to find out here together. Yep, they did the same thing as before. They kept the shelf in here, so we are struggling for a little bit of trash can storage on this one. It's okay. We could put it on the side of the bed here, but I do like when it can fit nicely in a cabinet. We do have our single exit furnace exhaust down here below, as well as our microwave. Now this is one of those fancy schmancy air fry, baking, all of the things type of microwave. Personally, and I don't know what the reason is behind this, I would have been okay if we had put the microwave up above and that storage compartment down below, but I'm sure Apex's engineering team knows more than me, and there's a reason behind why they did it that way. Moving you over to the side, we do have a 2-burner Greystone stove, as well as a 10 cubic foot 12-volt refrigerator. Now this unit's been plugged in for just a couple of minutes, but it is already ice cold. Plenty of space here in the fridge area. But then the reason that you would have clicked on this video today is to be able to see this interior bar setup. As you can see, they've included a nice bar mat to go across. Now this can go outside or inside, however, it's not weatherproof. They have put in some shorter seats, so when you're over here sitting down, you're at the same height of people standing up on the outside. Makes it a very fluid type of conversation. You're a part of the camping experience. Up above here, now on their Nano off-grids, we've not included a TV, but we do have a TV backer right here. Our power and TV connection up above, and over to the left-hand side, they're including an Alpine speaker. Now this can go outside or inside, and on the back here, you've got a couple of contact points, so it's always charging when it's here on its placeholder. Alrighty. Swinging you back around and working towards the RB portion. This is where our bathroom is located here. We do have a solid door. And before I get too crazy, this is where your pantry is located. I apologize about that, almost missed it. Nice deep pantry going all the way back. Would have been nice if they had put some shelves in here, or not shelves, some drawers that rolled out, but that's not something you couldn't do aftermarket. But again, working our way towards the RB portion, this is going to be your bathroom area. We've got excellent storage going on over here on the right-hand side. This is one of the big benefits of these RB floor plans, is you typically get a nice big cabinet here in the rear. We've got 3 different shelves. You could potentially take these shelves out, put a bar across. Now we've got a giant closet for hanging space. And then moving below that one, we're gonna have a single opening. Now this is an excellent spot to put all of your bathroom related items, extra toilet paper, linens, all of those types of things. Swinging you around. Sorry for getting a little bit close here. This is going to be a plastic toilet. It's just something to be notated. It's not a big deal on an Apex because they're trying to keep the weight down. That's kind of their thing. But we've got some storage going on beneath the sink here. Nice 2 shelves. A little bit shallow on the bottom, but that's where they're running those water lines. They have included a GFCI outlet over next to the sink here, a sink in the restroom area, which is a big deal, not brushing your teeth in the kitchen sink. We've got a small medicine cabinet. You'll put your toothbrush, toothpaste, Q-tips, things like that. Swinging you across from the sink area, they have included their tank connections, all of their sensor levels here in the bathroom. Really, really like that feature. We also have our water pump controls, as well as our on-demand hot water heater. And then down below, this is a place that it could have been a little bit better. It's probably a 24 by 30 inch shower. It does have a curtain that goes across. You can switch these out with something a little bit better, but it's what Coachmen's chosen to do. But the big thing that you're gonna be wondering is, how do I fit? So at about 6'2", my head is not touching. It's close, I've got about an inch or so, but it's comfortable. We do have a very well upgraded shower nozzle that matches the sink handle. Okay, but overall, this is actually a pretty decent shower. You can see I do have some room in here. I would probably put a bar in that opens up the front here a little bit more, and maybe a plastic curtain, but that's just me. Let me go ahead and swing you around. Let's work our way towards the front and get you one more look at the Coachmen 2026 Apex 181RB with the outside bar. Alrighty folks, I'm hanging out in here at the bar and I'm just imagining being out on a campsite right now. I think you're probably getting sick of me saying it, but this is another RV that I could see myself in. I just need to buy one at this point. I need another trailer, something to go spend time in the weekends, but very, very cool unit. I believe I said during the 242 Bar V review that I was really hoping that they were going to come out with something similar to this on other models. I got my wish, so that's very neat. Overall, great travel trailer, excellent build quality. This is one of the brands that we actually rent here, so we wouldn't be renting it if it didn't hold up. And I have a soft spot in my heart for Coachmen Apex. I think they do a great job and provide tremendous value. So very curious, what do you think? Is this a trailer that you think you could see yourself traveling in? How would you use this little bar setup in here behind me? And if you think it is for you, leave a like, comment, share. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is Hunter with Giant Recreation World, and I'll catch you next Friday. Later.